Hello listeners, welcome back. Today, we're going to discuss a new topic of input marketing management. In this subject, we will going to discuss on the Indian agrochemical industry. Students, up to the last session, we discuss the two inputs. The first one was seed and second one was fertilizer. Now we are going through the agrochemicals. Let's start. Major producers of agrochemicals. Who are the major producers? What is meant by agrochemicals? Agrochemicals comes under the agrochemicals. There are the we can say they are the chemicals just like the growth regulator, then fungicide, weedicide, or we can say pesticides. All these chemicals comes under the agrochemicals. In a production of agrochemicals, the India rank fourth. This is an important point which you have to remember. First rank stands the United States, second one is China, second one is Japan, and third one is China, and after the China, India rank fourth. In India, out of the total production of agrochemicals, 33% of production only done in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is the state we occupied the 33% of share of the production of agrochemicals, and after the Andhra Pradesh, the Punjab is the another major state which is playing an important role in production of agrochemicals, and it concentrates the share of 11% of the total production. Then again important point that the rate of growth of agrochemical production is increased by 11%. Every year there is a growth of 11% in the production of agrochemicals, and the maximum share of pesticide consumption is in cotton and paddy. These are the, we can say, pesticide intensive crops, cotton and paddy. They are in this crop there is a major use of the pesticides. This is about the somewhat fact about the producers of agrochemicals. Then key segments. As I told, there are the some types, which are those the agrochemicals. Under the agrochemicals, these are the 7-8 types of agrochemicals. The first one is insecticide, then fungicide, herbicide, biopesticides, plant growth regulators, then nematicides, rodenticides, and fumigants. These are the some segments, or we can say these are the types of agrochemicals. Then scope or opportunity of agrochemicals or growth of agrochemicals. Growth in demand for food grains. We already discussed that the inputs have a derived demand. If the demand for food grains is increasing, the demand for fertilizer, demand for seed, and demand for agrochemicals obviously increasing, because those are the derived demand. Demand increase for food grains, demand for agrochemicals will increase, because the demand of agrochemicals depends on the demands of crops in which that agrochemicals is going to use. This is the scope. As demand of food grains or as demand of any crop increases, the demand for agrochemicals will obviously increases. Then limited farmland availability. Limited farm land availability is another scope of agrochemicals. How? It's like that the farmers want to take a maximum production in whatever less land holding they have. In that sense, they want to increase their growth. So increasing their growth, they have to minimize the pest, minimize the fungus, or increase the production by growth regulators or boosters, different boosters or growth boosters. So they will help them to increase the production. So increasing production in a less land holding, they will create their land with the chemical intensive, and that one is another scope for chemical industry, means agrochemical industry. And then growing exports, as export growing, the farmers is seeking to have a more production. If they are having availability of market, then they will try to take as much as maximum production. Then growth of horticulture and floriculture crops. If there is a growth in horticulture crop, there is a growth in floriculture crops. So these crops are demanding the growth regulators, they are demanding fungicide, pesticide, insecticides. So as the growth of different agriculture sectors, no, sectors means the different agriculture, just like horticulture, floriculture, food grain production, obviously they will demand the more agrochemicals. Then increasing awareness. So nowadays farmers are more aware about the commercialization. Previously they were only taking a production for sustainability, for their home consumption, but now they are more aware about the commercialization, they are more aware about the demand, and they are more aware about the consumer surplus. So they are trying to take a more production and to sell it in a market for a profit. And then scope for increase in uses. Obviously now farmers are using agrochemicals in a large quantity for getting a more production. Then patent expiry. So patent expiry means what? The patent, it has a limited time period. So in a limited time period, it, I think so, it's a 20 years. So 20 years. So 20, in a 20 years, they can only the manufacturer, they can sell that product. But after the expiry of patent, the everyone can use that product and they can sell it. So patent expiry will be the scope for another manufacturer. Then product portfolio expansion. So this is the another scope for uh, agrochemicals. Then key challenges or problems or defects in agrochemical industry. So in agrochemical industry required high research and development cost, because it's a chemical, there should be required the expert, there should be the take the number of experiment, and then only they can use that or they can sell that product. So it's have required a high cost in research and development. Then threat from genetically modified seeds, it is another defect. If it's a genetically modified seeds, so they will have the what we say dominancy, or they are more, they are less affected by these things. So they will not require to have that much of use of chemicals. They need for efficient distribution systems. So as we discuss in fertilizers, so distribution system is not proper in India. There are the lack of network to reach each and every farmers. Then support for IPM, integrated pest management, and demand for organic farming. Now the farmers trends are towards the organic farming, they want a residue free crops. So this sense they are using the less agrochemicals, and it can be the defects for the agrochemical industry. Then counterfeit products or spurious pesticides. So some pesticides, they having a adverse effect, and obviously it will be the problem for that industry. Then problem faced by the farmers. So what are the problems that are faced by the farmers while using or while purchasing the agrochemicals? So first one is number of pesticides. So as I told, in the fertilizers, the availability of pesticides are, we can say there are thousands of hundreds of chemicals. So farmers are not aware about the use of each and every pesticides, so they are purchasing the pesticide which are sold by the sellers, and even the availability is also can be inadequate, so it can be a problem for farmer. Then short supply of pesticide of a particular brand. So if farmers are aware about a particular brand, he know this brand is very good, but this brand is not available, or their supply is not sufficient, so obviously he have to switch to another brand, and he may not get that much of benefit which he were getting from the well-known brand. Then chemical available in the port are inadequate quantity. So it is a very obvious problem that the inadequacy of availability, that may be the chemical, that may be the pesticide. Then lack of knowledge of use of insecticide or pesticide. It's a very common problem. Farmer purchase a bottle, he purchase a can, he purchase in a quantity, but he don't know how much of water they have to add, how much of pesticide they have to add. So they are unaware, they are just following what their fellow farmers saying, and it may get a adverse effect. Then cost of plant production measures is very high, so purchasing of agrochemicals is the cost required is high. The non availability of spraying and dusting equipment, so farmer do not have that equipment, so again they have to borrow that equipment, and again they have to bear a extra cost. So it is another problem to the farmers we have to face. Then primary precautions, farmer are not aware that much of aware about the taking of precautions while spraying and dusting of the equipments, and due to this there were many cases in which after the dusting or spraying farmer did. So the farmer are not aware, or we can say that he is not that much of educated to the how he should take precautions while using